Schools use professional development partners to bring additional expertise to their staff members, get another perspective on teaching and learning, and sometimes to temporarily expand their instructional technology teams for large events or special projects.
Our goal is to make PD, no matter what the purpose, fun, useful, and relevant to the audience. We want to be the PD provider educators ask for because we know for sure everything is better fried. That's why we're Fried Technology.
Our industry partners know that we are the best in the business at making the connection between tools, teaching, and learning. With practical ideas and real-time demonstrations, we don't leave participants wondering how it might really look to implement the ideas we share. Instead, we show them.
Not only do we have a vast catalog of best-selling sessions and topics, we love to work with schools to create custom professional development that has roots in local learning goals. Whether there are 10 teachers or 10,000, we build synchronous, asynchronous, and blended learning experiences that help participants connect to the content while proving their learning through innovative adult learning best practices.
It's not just our job to share information, we also consider it our job to help learners connect best practices to learning outcomes.
Fried Technology Learning Guides are veteran educators. Many of them are certified school administrators, and several have served as directors, coordinators, and specialists in fields of education technology, EdTech, or technology.
We understand classroom management, curriculum standards, standardized testing requirements, and how each relates to the strategies we share. We also know that finding the right fit for your job is critical. For example, we won't send an elementary education expert to work with your high school English teachers.
Check out the customer recommendations on our website and you'll begin to see why we say everything is better fried, including educator professional development.
Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome to friEdLIVE. It is a great sunny day here in Houston, Texas, where we are. Um, Today is going to be fun and exciting. It's an hour jam packed filled with things that you may want to know or you may not know with when it comes to working with Microsoft. I do have one of my colleagues here, Courtney Watson. She is working on the backside of things, moderating, ensuring that people are getting in, chatting, and different things like that. And so we thank you so much for joining us here for friEdLIVE today. We do have many more sessions to come. Okay, and so we want you to get in with us, pass the message, even now, even right now. If you want to invite someone because you know that they're going to be missing out on this dynamic presentation, we want you to copy the link that we're about to place in the chat, copy the link, and then send this to your friends and tell them that Friday is live and you do not want to miss today. Copy the link and send it to them. Now, because we have an hour of jam packed things filled for you that we're going to go through, we don't want to waste any time. And so let's just jump right into what we have to talk about today. And you're here for friEdLIVE bite size pro tips for Microsoft. And as we go through, we have some logistic things we want to talk about and who we are. And then I'll tell you about who Stephen Stone is in just a minute. But Fried Technology is the company that has been around for some time, and we've been around for some time to help educators just like yourselves. And we've been around in such a way where we have been dabbling in many other things. And but the main thing we've been working with and presenting and getting over to teachers is our Google platform, Google Sessions. But guess what? We are a Microsoft partner. And so we are a company that would like to come and work with you, work alongside you, give you tips and tricks, things that you can use with your students that can enhance education and engagement in every way. And the best thing about Fried Technology, everything we do is fun and engaging. We work with you just like we would want you to work with your students. We do have synchronous learning opportunities available. Reach out to us and we can get some things scheduled for you. And we have an asynchronous learning platform, our Fried Online School. And with that being said, we do have ways that you can get in touch with us and to reach out with us and stay connected with us on your journey as an educator. And what we believe is, yeah, we focus on educators, but we believe anyone can use these tools. And so when you learn, you can pass on the knowledge. But why don't you follow us on our socials? I just call them the socials. Some people say social platforms, but the socials. Follow us on the socials. Let us know what you think about today. You can use the hashtag FriedFan. Take a selfie. Let us know you're here. Follow us on our socials. That'll be how you can connect with us and the latest and greatest things that we're doing and that we're looking to bring your way. Now, as we move forward, I am Stephen Stone, the Director of Microsoft Partnership and Training. And that's why I'm standing before you today, because we want to enlighten you about some things that Microsoft is doing and that we're doing with Microsoft to illuminate this area in education. I am a technology, Texas certified educator and administrator. I'm a Microsoft certified educator and Microsoft innovative educator expert. I would also ask that you follow me on Twitter. I'm also on LinkedIn. Facebook, I'm kind of using that for personal areas right now, but we're gonna dive into some TikTok a little bit later as well. But if you would like to speak to me to book a session as it deals with Microsoft, you can use my link there on the screen, fry.tech/meet Stephen. Type it with a capital M and a capital S, and I will surely get back with you and discuss any and everything that we can talk about and how we can help you using the Microsoft tools within your classroom or your current job role. Now, today I would ask that you would stick with me for until 5 o'clock. Stick with me. Hang on in there. And when you look at this, it'll be some things that you may say, I didn't know about that. I didn't know Microsoft could do that. And that's the reason why I started today with they do exist. They do exist. It's some things that as educators we miss, that we leave off with Microsoft. And then after this, we'll be talking about part two, living in the cloud, and then part three, Microsoft Edge, and then two are better than one. So I ask that you stay with me, stay up. There are going to be some moments where I just may be talking to you. There may be some moments that I'm going to ask you to jump in with me, go to a particular link, get in here with me, and then let's work on some things together. Are you ready for this journey? Hopefully you said yes. If you're ready for the journey, why don't you give me some hearts? Find the emojis, find me a thumbs up, find the reactions button in your toolbar, find the reactions button, and go ahead and give me some hearts. Let me see some hearts come on the screen. Or maybe you want to put it in the chat. Thank you. I see the hearts on the screen. That makes me feel all warm and fuzzy on the inside. It really does. Now, they do exist. As we go forth and we work on this, we want to talk about three things. Microsoft Learn Educator Center, Microsoft 365, and then what if you say, I'm not a non M365 subscriber, but how can I be? And so we want to take you on this journey along with us. And so follow along with me, and I will get you where we are going. The first thing we're talking about is the Microsoft Learn Educator Center. Many people have asked, how can I learn the Microsoft products? We know as teachers with the pandemic, even now, you're sitting at home in the summers and you may say, well, at first I didn't have time, but now I have time and I just want to level myself up. I at least want to get to know the Microsoft products. You can do that by going to docs.microsoft.com. Docs.microsoft.com. And when you go to this website, you want to be sure that you sign in. And because as I take you through this journey today, you will come to discover you want to sign in because that's what's going to allow you to keep up with your courses that you complete. They call them modules and learning paths and challenges and things to level up. So if you're not familiar with docs.microsoft.com, you want to get familiar with that because now learning can take place right inside of this particular website. Now, I know when you come and you like, what is all of this? I don't understand this. What is this? Okay. And so what is this? Is this Microsoft Educator Center? You would have to click on Learn. And I just called the name out where Microsoft Educator Center was the old one, but it's Microsoft Learn Educator Center. So when you go and you click on Learn, and I know sometimes some people may say, hey, Stephen, I don't see that. Can you zoom in for me? Yes, I will. Thank you for asking. And so you would click on Learn. When you go to the website, click on Learn. And one thing you would notice here right now, you see I've been active. I've been active and I have some things going on. And based on what I have been learning, here's some courses they're recommending for me that I started that I didn't finish just quite yet. But here's some courses, learning paths and modules that they're recommending for me. But you say, Stephen, I'm looking for something direct. Take me to something that I can use directly straight off the cuff. All right. Well, when you click on Educator Center and you would click on the drop down, we're all familiar with the words of what? professional development. And in your professional development, you can look at this list of things that they're recommending or that they're suggesting. Let me not say recommending, but that they're suggesting for you to dive into. Well, you say, none of this is of interest to me. Okay, no problem. Click on Browse All. And when you browse all, you can search. So if I'm looking for something on Microsoft Teams, I can simply type in Teams and then scroll through the list, and then it will bring up things with Teams. Now, that's a straight word search. Okay, but on the side you see filters, and if you're familiar with me about filters, I may want to learn some things when I'm talking about Flipgrid. Okay, Stephen, go ahead and bring up everything with Flipgrid. I'm going to remove Teams to ensure I'm getting what I need, and just click on Flipgrid. So everything that the Microsoft Learn Educator Center has on Flipgrid will then come up. I'm just keeping it basic. And what you would notice here is in my indicators, Flipgrid, K-12 educator, and I'm a school leader. Let's see what happens if I take off school leader. Oh, wow. It opened up so many things for me that it has Flipgrid somewhere in it, right? That you can dig into. But this is just scratching the surface to get started. I would suggest that when you come to the Microsoft Learn Center, let me start back over. When you come to this particular center, it will look like this page that is being shared with you now. And then you would click on Learn. And then you can click on the Educator Center for the drop down and click on Professional Development. And then click on Browse All. I know that was a lot of clicks, but it's getting you where you need to be. And then on the side, if I were you, I would play with these filters, go through and see what you can do to pull out exactly what you are looking for. But because you joined today, I would like to give you some credit. I would like to give you the starting path within Microsoft Learn. Everyone likes stuff for free, right? So you spend this hour with me today. I want to give you some credit in this zone. But Courtney, before you paste the link though, Courtney, before you put in the link, let me just show us where this is going to end up. If you sign in and you create your profile, sign in, you would then click on your silhouette picture if you place it there, or you can click on an image and then click on your profile. When you click on your profile, then it will take you to your backside, everything that you've been doing, all of your accomplishments, challenges, certifications, if you need to click on that. But I'm going to click on trainings. And here's everything that I have started, completed, achievements. You can see so forth, but I'm just going to go and click on where it says badges 43 because we all like badges, right? Oh, come on. I know Microsoft is going over an overhaul here, and they're trying to pull everything into the new system. Okay, there we go, right there. So, okay, they switched it up on me. So here, all my badges here, and then one thing you would notice is you would say, "Well, Stephen, I need to redeem a code today. I'm waiting on pins and needles for you to give me a badge today for attending today." Anytime a Microsoft trainer stands in front of you, they should be giving you a badge. Okay, they should be giving you a badge. And so if you want a badge, Courtney, you can go ahead and paste the link in the chat. So if you want a badge and you would get the badge, one thing you would notice here is it may ask you to sign in. That way it's giving you credit for today, and it allows you to keep track with um, what is going on with yourself. So if you wanted to present this to your district to show them that you're learning, many districts are accepting this. Depending on you may have to get approval, but you could get with your district to see if they will accept this as credit for your professional learning, your ongoing learning. Okay, so we'll give you a second to get there. I don't like to move so fast. I want to give you a second to click it, or if you say, let's just write down a link. If you want to just copy and paste a link into your notes, or you want to write it down to go back and get to it, no pressure. No pressure at all. You can just come on in and just follow along with this. But let me give you about 2 minutes to do that, because if you don't have an account, it may ask you to create one. And guess what? It's free. Free to all educators. Just use an email, sign up, or create one, and it's free. And it's free. I got some more things for you, and I already see it's about 4:15 because it's time 4:16, and it's time for me to get to my second area because I'm so excited about the second area. But just hold on with me. Hold on with me. Hold on with me. Microsoft Learn Educator Center. Okay, you can go ahead and you can move on there. Another thing is people are asking, wait a minute, Microsoft is online? Like Word, Excel, PowerPoint? Can I tell you? Yes, it is. Um, any and everything you want to do and use as far as educators, if you want to use Teams, Whiteboard, Power Automate, or you just familiar, like I said earlier, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, it is there for you. I'm just going to go ahead and just click on all my apps so you can see my sidebar right here on the side, all the apps that I have access to. And then when it says other, these are things that I have connected to with my Microsoft account. Okay. So know that it does exist, Microsoft 365. And what's so great about this is, even though it's online and your district has access to installing the desktop apps of Microsoft, anytime the online environment updates, within a few weeks, a month or so, your desktop version will update. So you would always get the latest, greatest in features, what it has to do with, as it has to do with Microsoft. Now, I'm just scratching the surface because I know you're going to go to Microsoft Learn Educator Center and you're going to learn and you're going to want to use some of these things. But what is the direct link to come online to the Microsoft Center? Wait, because I'm about to give you that. Because what if you don't have access to this? But you say, I do want access to this. Well, what you can do is, Courtney, you ready to paste the link? Go ahead and let it out the bag. Let it out the bag. Let it out the bag. If you do not have access, but you're an educator, and we know educator with limited funds. Check out the gas, right? The gas is taking up all my extra money that I have. And so, but you are an educator. You want to use it for free. You are a Google district. Let's just put it out there. You're a straight Google district, but you want to use the Microsoft tools. You can do that. Courtney, did you paste the link? Did you paste the link for them? Then that would allow you to use your school email address for teachers and students to get Microsoft for free. Now I don't want to say it's limited because you still may be missing some things as far as like overall managing from your district and different things like that. But you can get online, use Teams, use OneNote, use Word, use PowerPoint. Now you may not be able to download the applications, but you can still use the online portal for free, apple to apples. Great. Do we have any questions about any of those things? Any questions? Any questions? And people are still coming in. People are still coming in. And so we're letting them in at this time. Any questions? Because we want to move on to part two. Like part one was just allowing you to whet your appetite. And when you get to the free website, Office 365 Education, as long as you have an eligible email address, this will allow you to request, to get started, and to move on in the Microsoft community. Okay. The next thing I want to alert us on is we've talked about Microsoft 365, and I showed you this website, how to come online. And many districts have many different ways and how you can get here. Go to the main district website, click on this, click on that, click on this, now sign in. And what I've discovered in my previous role that many people would go online and go through all their steps, but they would only just check email. Outlook is the email client for Microsoft. They would only use Outlook and say, oh, I didn't know anything else existed, because it would just take them straight to Outlook. And what I want to impress upon you today, Microsoft has its cloud. And when we talk about the cloud and many trainings that I've done over the years, you talk about the cloud, many people still get this fuzzy look in their face like, cloud, what? What are you talking about? Is it the clouds that are in the sky? Well, somewhat. Somewhat. It may be the clouds in the metaverse. It may be the cloud, some out there somewhere on some server stores the Microsoft cloud. And if I was to ask you in the chat, if you can just go ahead and play a game with me, we're talking about the clouds. What is the name of Google's cloud? Let me look over here in the chat. I'm looking over into the side. What is the name of Google's cloud? Well, Google's cloud, OneDrive, say great try, but what is the name of Google's cloud? iCloud, no, Google's cloud. I know I got some Google users out there. Google Drive, yes, thank you. Now, if I ask you what is Apple's cloud, any Apple cloud users out there? iCloud, great, wonderful. Okay, what about Microsoft's cloud? And someone said it earlier, but what is Microsoft's cloud? It's OneDrive. Yes, it is. So the point that I want to make to you is I've come across various people just very recently, and they said, I didn't know OneDrive existed. What is OneDrive? And one thing you would notice is just straight off, if Microsoft saying this is our cloud, their main logo is a cloud. And so when you click on OneDrive, and you have access to it, OneDrive is Microsoft's cloud where you can store almost anything. You can create folders. Um, you can upload various documents, videos, images. If you use Adobe stuff, just upload it here, back it up, save it. If you're an avid OneDrive user, you can download OneDrive to your computer, and then you can have your files to sync up into the cloud. Now, this is not something I'm showing you to do today, because we're just scratching the surface. But I do want you to join in with me and help me out just a minute. Help me out. Courtney, just hold up. With OneDrive, not only can I collect, I call this collecting, not only can I collect the various files here, upload files into OneDrive, and then access it from almost any device, smart device that has OneDrive, a website, go to office.com, go to any web-based machine, and you can pull this up. Even on a Chromebook, you can pull it up, okay? And so you can get to OneDrive. But not only can you collect things, but you can collaborate. The power of OneDrive is collaboration. Now, Courtney is going to drop, not yet, Courtney, wait, pause. Courtney is going to drop a link in there for you. And if you ever wanted to use the Microsoft products to collaborate, you can do it in this fashion. You can create a link, and you can share an edit link out, and then share that with those who you want to collaborate with. Or in the sharing process, you can put their names connected to this item. They will receive an email, and then from that email, they can click on the link that's there, or the name of the document, or things that you're sharing with them, and then they can come in and collaborate. For me, what that does is saves on losing things on thumb drives, on terabyte drives. It saves you from attaching things to emails and have it in the download, their version of it, making corrections, attaching it again, sending it back to you, where we can all get in one thing at one time. So why don't you join me here at this time? Courtney, you ready to paste the link? Let's paste the link, Courtney. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. So if you can click on that link that Courtney has placed in the chat, and what I would like for you to do is maybe just start popping in and collaborating with me. Select a slide and just real easy, you can see who's on what slide so you're not overriding someone else. And then just try out a couple of things that it's asking you to do. And you should have some symbols there. We ask you to insert a selfie or insert, this should be an animal that describes you. You can go ahead and put that there. So let's see. I'm going to put an animal that describes me. We have some questions out there, Courtney. No? Okay. So let's see. I'm going to put an animal that describes me. I'm going to search tiger, and I just love tigers. Right there, insert. There's my picture title, and then it says tell some facts about yourself. So you see, we're in this all at the same time and we're collaborating. And one thing you can see is, hey, I can be using this with my colleagues or teaching students to do this, to collaborate on projects. Thank you all for joining in on this so much. I really appreciate you all for getting in there, diving right in and letting us know who you are. So this is going to continue to be open for you so you can fill it out throughout. And then this is all also a way to connect, also way students can learn about other students as they're moving forward and learning in their journey. So this is saved in OneDrive, shared with the link to be able to collaborate, okay, on a presentation. I can also do this with Word, Excel, many other things that will allow me to share out. You can see it there as well. And then for me, this is like getting to me to say, hey, let's work smarter. Let's work smarter and not harder. Let's work smarter and not harder. Save us time in the long run. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have to shift. I told you this is going to be a fast-paced session. Just to give you an overview, a tad, you can reach out to me or friEdTech, and then we can help you on your journey with Microsoft. And we're going to have a few more of these coming up for the rest of the year. But let me move on to the next point I want to make. Working smarter. If I can have everyone's attention, I'm going to share my screen here. If I can have everyone's attention to come back with me to the front. Now it's sharing my screen and we're in teams. We're in teams, right? So thank you all for joining once again. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hopefully you're learning a lot and say, I didn't know that could do that. Let me go check that out. One thing I want to show you in working smarter. If you are a teacher and you're one to be proofing papers, or not just proofing papers, you made a parent letter and you would like for your team leader to look over your parent letter, your principal to look over your parent letter and things, before you send it out. And you would notice, here is Microsoft going through already with Editor, and it's noticing some things that are not right. I can make these edits right off, but that's not the point what I'm trying to get to show you. Okay, so I know some things as an educator, it's just thrown off. I know that. But what if you wanted to send something to someone to proof? You want them to proof, you want them to go over it with you. With Microsoft from your actual document that you have saved in OneDrive, can I slow down to say can I slow down to say this? This feature, what I'm about to show you, is only available in Microsoft Word. Let me repeat it again. It's only available in Microsoft Word. So when you go and share this with someone, and after you saved it in OneDrive and you want them to proof it, you can click on the drop down on share. You can share it again, and then you would go click on the link. Now, some people would say, well, share with anyone is already said. Let me just put their names and send it and done. Or let me just come down here and copy the link. But if you want to edit that link, because that's what we want to do, we can click on one of those, we can click up top, or we can click on the link at the bottom. Anyone you want to click on where it says anyone with the link can edit, anyone with the link can edit. You can click on any of that, open it up, and one thing you would notice is this feature called open in review mode only. Open in review mode only. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this button on. And so what you notice too is anyone with the link. So that means anyone I share this link with, they don't have to sign into Office to access it. If I do that permission, right? They don't have to sign into Office to access it. But what they could do is they can help me proof it. They just click on the link and it would open up online, right? As if they did have an account. Sorry about that. My mouse moved on me. Okay, so they don't need to have an account. All you have to do is click apply. And then when you click apply, it creates that link that you can then send in view only mode. So I can copy the link, which I've already done earlier. And that's the reason why this right side window is open. And if you look up here at the right side window, it says reviewing. So even if I'm a person come in and want to change the edit, I want to go to view only, I can just view it, but I can't make any changes at that moment. I can click on edit, but what it's going to do is going to pop me right back into review mode only. So remember all of those things that I showed you that maybe had some issues there? I can then go in here and the editor found. I'm just going to click here and you see it's doing like this redlining thing. I can go here, maybe just click on that. Maybe too, what I want to do is I want them to delete this picture. I'm going to say delete. So I'll scratch a line through that, and then that's what you see. I can go down and I see so many things, or I may want to say add this paragraph. Okay, maybe you didn't know that existed. So when I do this over here, and here's my main document that's open. You saw as I was making changes on the document that I shared with someone to proof for me, because it's in OneDrive and it's collaborating with the link that I sent in my document over here. Now I can go ahead and maximize the screen. In my document over here, I can then tell it to zoom in. I can approve the changes or I can deny it. So as I'm walking through, you see, hey, this was done, this was done, this was done. How about at the bottom where I was told to add this paragraph? Now, when I go and click on these, because this is my document, I can then accept the change or I can ignore the change. Okay. So when I come back in, you see, as I clicked here, I can accept it. And that can save even students time. Yeah, you need to make this correction, but what is the correction? So it's not just having you just to correct anything without really accepting it yourself. And I'll go back up to the top. Okay, because that's a picture, it won't let me do it. So I'll just delete it all together. Told me to delete it, so I'll delete it all together. Okay, so hopefully you learned something on that. Okay, so just very quickly, we talked about Office does exist online. OneDrive exists. You can collaborate, and in Word you can do some suggesting and commenting of editing and proofing. As we move along within time, one thing I want to show you is Edge. I know that within the Microsoft ecosystem, are like back in the day, Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, and other web browsers began to take on a life of themselves. because Internet Explorer, what some people would call Internet Explode, would not work to the standard that they were looking for. And so they moved on to other web based browsers. Well, Microsoft was listening and Microsoft heard you, and the browser that I've been working in this entire time has been Microsoft Edge. And Microsoft Edge, get this, is a Chromium product. It's built on the same platform as Google Chrome. And so what that means for us is I can use some Google stuff while I'm using the Microsoft stuff. Um, but before I dive into that to show you, because that's gonna be like that's gonna be like my drop mic moment. Like I'm already anticipating it. What we want to look at, this is Edge that I've been working in this entire time. So I've been going through my presentation. But how many of us go shop on Amazon? Now, I'm not saying go buy anything and get in trouble because you bought something and ladies, your husband told you not to buy it, right? But in Amazon, or when you're shopping and searching out things to buy on Amazon, let's say that I'm looking for a laptop, and let's say it's this laptop. This is the laptop I want. This is the laptop that I chose. Do you like coupons? Do you like to save money? Okay. Um, Edge can look for that for you. You say, what? It can? Yes. In your web browser, now it has brought up, it searched the web, it scoured all different type of websites that are selling this laptop. And I can then click on that and say what coupon. It would tell me if the price is stable. Does someone else have it cheaper? We see it was low at one point, but then it went up. I can say, it can tell me if I'm doing a good buy or not, or I can move forward and move to something else. Okay, let's say I'm searching for some teacher stuff. The school year is about to get started, and let's just say I need a camera for my classroom, and I'm gonna buy this digital camera, and we're gonna wait a minute. And you notice here it does have the little coupon symbol there, but it's not finished. Okay, this is you have the best price, so it scoured the entire internet for that best price. Now you may say, Stephen, well, where does the coupons come in at? Yesterday it was working for me, and we know that prices change. We're gonna say camera for kids. We know that prices change, but you can always be on here on this purchasing website. Is looking for it, looking for it. There it goes, right there. That's what I'm looking for. And you see, it just popped up a coupon for me right there without me even having to look at this. It popped up a coupon, and then I can clip this coupon and save 10% on the way out. Okay. So you can use Edge that way. So if I'm winning you over already to come on back, because it's still the same thing as Google Chrome, just about, you can come on and look at that. Not only that, but in our website, if you just have something on open as a website, do you not know that Microsoft has things built right into it for accessibility? I really wish I had this when I was in school, because being in school, I had challenges reading. Even to this day, there may be times where I struggle to read. It's like, I don't want to say struggle to read. I don't have a knack or zeal to just open up a book and read, right? So if I want things read to me, I can come right in here and I can select this, and Microsoft Edge will read to me. I can right click on it and it says read aloud selection. That can help students as well in the classroom, where they could see, let me read this to me. It could also help you. I know I've used it several times. along the way, and it would actually read that to you, which is called in Microsoft's RAM immersive reader to an extent. It's the light version, but it will read to you. Now, it would not only just read this, but it could also read websites. And so if I just simply come up into the web browser and click on the A with the reverberating lines off of it, now you probably can hear that, but I can hear it. And you can see as it reads, it highlights the word that it's reading. Okay, so it can read to you. You stop it up here at the top. So that can read, that can work well with students and yourself. Now, I'm coming to something to say, let's take that to the next level. And now this doesn't work on every website that I found out, but those that it does work on, especially for educational purposes. When I pulled up this article, we have what is called immersive reader embedded right inside of the Edge browser. Microsoft Edge. And that symbol looks like a book with a speaker on it. If you use Edge and you go to a website, this is a great tool for students. Let me show you why, especially if I have my ELAR teachers on the line with us. Here's what you see. I do have the option to read aloud. I have my text preferences, I have grammar tools, and I have my reading preferences. Let me start by on the back end with the reading preferences. What you can do is you can read line by line, and you see the moment I chose line by line to turn on. Let me go back and show you reading preferences, and I turn that on. Because I have that one line selected, as it reads, it would only show to my students one line at a time. Remember that ruler effect that we have students to do, or to point to each word as they read? Or I can say, give me 3 rows at a time. Okay, give me 3 lines at a time, or give me multiple lines at a time. Okay, or I may have a picture dictionary. No, not every word has a picture. Let me turn my line reader off. Not every word has a picture to go with it, but let's just say that it does. I just need to select the word, and then my picture will come up if a word is there for it. And not every word has a picture. Like I finally found one that has a picture. So this could help struggling readers as well. Um, okay, so if you can see if I'm hovering over it, it's putting, let me zoom in a minute. It's putting like a little wand over it to let me know if that word has a picture. Okay, moving. Oh, that has a picture. My wand, my cursor changes. Okay, no picture, picture, settlement. So you can see where it's kind of helping it out and putting words to it. But that's not the biggie. The biggie is, how about the grammar tools? LAR teachers, here we go. Those who are big on it. I can break this entire article that I found online into syllables. And then I can click on nouns. I want to highlight my nouns. I wanted to do my adjectives a certain color, my adverbs a certain color. Better yet, show the labels of everything. Okay. Many teachers may look at, oh, that's cheating or whatever. I call it remediation. Real quick, so you can give them a worksheet to go on, and I don't like to say worksheets. You can give them a digital copy of an article or something you want them to read. Allow them to open it up in Edge, share it online. It doesn't matter if you put it in Google, if you put it in OneDrive. Um, just load it up and allow them to open up Microsoft Edge, and then come and use Immersive Reader right within inside of Edge. How about that? Okay. And then I also have my reading preferences where I could zoom in, zoom out my text if I need to see it. And this is by user. This is by user. It doesn't mean that this turns on for everyone. So this turns on by user. I can make it up to how I want it. And then these particular fonts that are here, this is research that was done by Microsoft for Microsoft to see that um, through research, these are the fonts that help those um, dyslexic readers. That's real easy on those who not to have to tell what we call sans serif and serif. We kind of learned that here at Fried, things that we may need to be looking at when we're putting out things for people to read, especially online when it's using reading tools such as Immersive Reader. So to get out of that, you just go back into the browser because right now it's turned on and it's highlighted blue. To turn it off, I just go right back, and this is into my main article that I was in, that it took me right back to that main website. Thank you for hanging in there with me, guys. We're almost to the end, and I know this was fast, but like I said, always you can reach out to us, schedule some time to talk with us, to meet with us, so we can come in your district and show you the power of Microsoft and what it has to offer you and your teachers. Looking at this, moving forward, I'm continuing to stay on Edge, but I want to show you something here. Here is the power that when you get to Edge, Edge is very similar to Google Chrome, as we stated earlier. And within Google Chrome, if you had learned about signing into your Chrome profile, which is in the upper right hand corner, well, Edge has that same thing. Signing into Microsoft Edge so you can build your own profile. And what that means is many people can get on this computer, and I have my wife and two daughters and my dog, right? If she wanted to have her own profile account, they can come on this computer, sign in, and build their own Edge profile. You see, I have many profiles here, and I can still add in more. I can also browse this in kids mode, but I can add in a profile, and each person can have their own bookmarks. They can have their own extensions. They can have their own way that they want their browser set up to run their browser. You just have to sign into it, so you can have many browsers here. And what I did, each time the browser opens up, on my bar at the bottom, down at the bottom, I have my profiles of every Edge browser that I need to get into for a particular purpose. So profiles are very important too when you're using it. Not only that, but if I install Edge on my mobile device, I can sign into Edge to that particular browser account, and my history will come over, my bookmarks will come over, my favorites will come over on my Edge browser on my mobile device. Wow, that should just blow your mind there. Also, Edge is available to be downloaded on your MacBooks. If you have a Chromebook that will allow it, you can have the latest Chromebook, but you can also install Edge browser on your Chromebook and use Edge from there. So Microsoft is getting in the door every type of way to let you know that we do play well together. Two are better than one. Ain't that right, Courtney? We're doing a session and we're working on it. Two of a kind. And so Microsoft is saying, well, we're not just isolated by ourselves, but we can play well with others. So here's extensions that can take your browsing to the next level. And it's two extensions that I want to bring to your forefront, especially from the web office or the Chrome, not the Chrome store just yet, Courtney. The Microsoft Edge extensions. If you have that link to that store, can you place that in the chat at this time? The Microsoft extensions for Edge, and they really call them add-ons. So in this particular add-ons area, and my extensions will all flow here to the right of my Omnibox, my address bar. This is where your extensions will live. You can, if you have a puzzle piece, if you have more that overflows like me, I happen to know where they overflow. You can turn them off and you can turn them on and use them at certain times. That's up to you. But I want to give you access to the Microsoft Store. Two apps or 2 extensions, 2 add-ons that you may need in your life. And one is print friendly PDF. I'm going to search it for you. It's already on my bar. I said print friendly PDF. Print friendly PDF. And the one I'm looking for is the printer with the green leaf on it. And what that I'm about to show you what that does for those who have a paper budget, you're looking to print out something, or you just want to have a digital copy and you go to a website, let's say friEdTechnology. I go to a website, but I don't want everything to print out on this website. So when I install the extension, before I click print or try to save a PDF version of this, what I can do is go up to my extension, which is sitting here, print friendly PDF, and I click on it. It's circling through, it's reading it, and it's saying, well, what is something you may want to get rid of? And so I'm looking at it, and as I'm moving my mouse over, it's giving me the option of what I want to delete, what I don't want to print out. Maybe it's this right here. I don't want to print that out. I want to get rid of that line to kind of clean it up. And just maybe, I don't want this. So you can see it could take things that are there all at one time. And I'm just clicking. It doesn't mess up my website. My website is still intact. It's just what I want to print out. Now I can print this. I can save it as a PDF. And if your email client is set up to be able to email it, you can email this just for what it is. So you have didacted or xed out or extracted those things, didact, those things that you did not want to be seen as you send this out. So maybe I say, I don't want that and I don't want that, right? So you can just go and then print it out or save as a PDF. Hopefully I showed you something with that add-on. Talking about add-ons. The next add-on I want to talk to you about is Outlook. If you use Outlook as a Microsoft user, you can go back into the add-ons area and I can type in Outlook. I can find the Outlook extension because this is what I'm using for my email. And I can add in the Outlook extension and then I can check my email and send email straight from Edge. I can also look at my calendar. I can find people. I can look at my to-do list, my task, if I have it straight from Edge, where I don't have to go to office.com, check my email, and I don't have to come on the desktop. I can stay right online and do that by loading in the Outlook desktop, well, not desktop, the Outlook extension add-on within my Edge browser. Hopefully that kind of shows you something there, but you can go and locate many more add-ons here. But remember I said, hold on, wait a minute. The Google Chrome store, okay, the Google Web Store, the Chrome store. Chrome, Edge is built on top of Chromium, which is the same foundation that Chrome is on. So by right, here's a message up here. You can add extensions from the Chrome Web Store to Microsoft Edge. Click Add to Chrome. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, that's huge. So Courtney, if you want to pop the link there to the Chrome Web Store, if they just don't have access to it, I bookmark it up here. So whenever I know what extension I'm looking for and I want to add it straight to Edge, I just put it on my favorites bar and I have access to it. So it says all I got to do if I wanted joy pixels, let's click there. Now that's good, but that's not the one I want you to search. But I wanted to show you something that if I click on something, remember it says add to Chrome. Even though it said add to Chrome, it's not adding to Google Chrome. It will add to Microsoft Edge. That's just a terminology because I'm getting it from the Chrome Web Store. Okay. You can click on that and then like just real quick, boom. You say, Steven, no, you can't do that. So do you want to add joy pixels? Okay, yeah, add that extension. Boom, it's there. Joy pixels just popped up. And if I click on it, let me go to my puzzle piece. Here it is right here. It's turned off. Let me turn it on. And then there is joy pixels there. How about that, everybody? Then I can use that to put emojis in my messages if I want to, right? But the two that I want to familiarize you with, in that when we talk about Chrome extensions, how about, have you ever wanted to do this? Ooh, I'm about to blow some of you all's mind. I got 4 minutes left. Have you ever wanted to do this? I want this box here to be this yellow. And I don't want to have to go through, click on this box. I want to fill it in with yellow. I don't want to have to go through, click on shape, click on fill, and then try to get the yellow just right. Does that kind of look right? To get the yellow just right. No, 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 no. When you're in the Chrome Web Store, I would like for you to search Color Pick Eyedropper. Color Pick Eyedropper. And when you click on Color Pick Eyedropper, I've already got it added in. But remember, it says if I didn't add it in, it's going to say Add to Chrome. And because I already have it, I could then go to my Color Pick Eyedropper, which is here, and I can tell it found that key code for it. And I'm going to copy that code, and then whichever color I want this box to be to fill in, I can then go to my shape, my fill color, and more fill colors. And I'm going to paste in my hex code, and it found that direct yellow. Now it's that direct yellow. What if I wanted this direct color from this cap up here? Once again, I'm going to click on that square. Sorry. I'm going to go click on my color pick eyedropper, get my crosshairs, click on it once. I'm going to copy the hex code. Let me close this box here and come over here and select my shape. And I click on shape, fill shape, more colors fill. This is where I'm going to paste in my hex code there. Boom. Now this color is the same color. It's the same color. So hopefully I showed you something today that you can walk away with. And then the last one is tab cloud that we're going to show today. Now I have these tabs open, right? What if you were preparing for a lesson and you wanted to save all your tabs that you're going to use for the day? Let me close this out so you won't think that I am pulling your leg, because I've already saved all of this. And we're to the end, ladies and gentlemen. My last item I want to show you for today, there is more to come. There is more to come. I want to go to Tab Cloud. And then the session that we were doing today was called friEdLIVE. Let's just say I just open one of these up. Okay, I'll just open this one up here. And so it just opened up all of my tabs that I had saved in it. And we're done. Just let me show you this real quick and we'll be done. Oh, refresh. Tab Cloud is going to open up. Let's just go here right here. I'll just open this one. It's going to open up everything that you have at that particular time. And there it is right there. There you are. So everything open from my session that I had open right here. And this is everything we talked about today. Everything we talked about today. So get familiar with Tab Cloud. Tab Cloud, you can save your clouds, save your tabs that you have for a particular item, and then you can open it up at any given time. As long as you save it, you log into it, save it, go to another computer, log into Microsoft Edge, Your extensions will fill in or your add-ons will fill in. Select that and then open it up. Or if you're at your own computer, just open it up for your lesson. I'm so glad you stayed today to enjoy this time with us. I really am. I'm not pulling your leg. Courtney and I are so grateful that those of you who came in and you stayed the entire hour, we're so grateful and thankful that you did. And if you missed our morning commercial, not morning, the commercial that we had playing um, before we started, we're going to share it again, and then we're going to bid you a good evening. Join us next time. Oh, sorry. I need to give you all the code or the link for next time because you want to take advantage of these opportunities that we're doing here at Fried to expose you to the different Microsoft products. And at this time, we would like to give you this link. So, Courtney, I don't think you have this link, but friends, thank you for joining. I'm going to show this on the screen for you. And here we go. So friEdTech/live July 14th will be our next friEdLIVE that we do. If you like what you see today, share it with your friends. We're going to take it up another notch. We're going to expose you to many different other things that you may not know that existed with Microsoft. So if you get the link, go ahead and register. We'll let that just hold right there, and then we'll bid you all a good evening.
Schools use professional development partners to bring additional expertise to their staff members, get another perspective on teaching and learning, and sometimes to temporarily expand their instructional technology teams for large events or special projects.
Our goal is to make PD, no matter what the purpose, fun, useful, and relevant to the audience. We want to be the PD provider educators ask for because we know for sure everything is better fried. That's why we're Fried Technology.
Our industry partners know that we are the best in the business at making the connection between tools, teaching, and learning. With practical ideas and real-time demonstrations, we don't leave participants wondering how it might really look to implement the ideas we share. Instead, we show them.
Not only do we have a vast catalog of best-selling sessions and topics, we love to work with schools to create custom professional development that has roots in local learning goals. Whether there are 10 teachers or 10,000, we build synchronous, asynchronous, and blended learning experiences that help participants connect to the content while proving their learning through innovative adult learning best practices.
It's not just our job to share information. We also consider it our job to help learners connect best practices to learning outcomes.
friEd Technology Learning Guides are veteran educators. Many of them are certified school administrators, and several have served as directors, coordinators, and specialists in fields of education technology, EdTech, or technology.
We understand classroom management, curriculum standards, standardized testing requirements, and how each relates to the strategies we share. We also know that finding the right fit for your job is critical. For example, we won't send an elementary education expert to work with your high school English teachers.
Check out the customer recommendations on our website and you'll begin to see why we say everything is better fried, including Educator professional development.